This is a K for keto. Keto in professional bodybuilding. We love keto for health, for fat loss, for longevity, for sense of well-being, productivity, success, energy. But do we love it for professional bodybuilding, Steve?
No.
See, Steve's a bodybuilding coach. He's coached many bodybuilders. He himself is swole and massive. And you know what other bodybuilders are doing for their diet. You've experimented on other people and on yourself. I don't want to mislead people to think that they're going to be as huge as you and me by doing the ketogenic diet, because ketogenic diet has tremendous benefits, but it's not going to make you look like a bodybuilder that eats a ton of carbs and takes a lot of steroids to help assimilate those carbs. So tell us the reality of what happens if a professional bodybuilder were to do a keto diet for real.
Well, it depends on the person, but for most people, they still need a little bit of carbs. So you still need a little bit of carbs to assimilate, carbohydrates for muscle glycogen levels, because the bigger you get, the faster you're going to burn through your glycogen. And I'm assuming when you're huge, you're lifting heavy ass weight, right? So you can do like a generously higher fat diet, which is not a ketogenic diet, and have a little bit of carbs in the meantime. So for me, I have a higher fat diet, but I still have carbs. I wouldn't call it a ketogenic diet anymore. Before, when I was not enhanced, I would do a ketogenic diet, have no carbs for a week or two, and be totally fine. But now that I'm bigger, heavier, I train, harder, maybe a little bit longer in the gym, I need those carbs, man. I need it, because I feel if I don't have carbs for 3 days, I'm flat. So I have 900 carbs on a Sunday, and by Wednesday evening, I'm already flat. So, you need it.
Yeah, and we'll do other videos about how to stay full on keto, but there's it's a fuel source. Carbohydrates are a fuel source. If you're on ketogenic diet, you're going to have some glycogen in the muscles. The muscles will hold some, your body will make some glycogen, but it's not enough to power a super heavy bodybuilding style workout. But most people don't want that physique anyway. So again, not to mislead, most people can obtain all of their goals with a ketogenic diet.
Sure.
We just want them to understand where the glass ceiling is. But here's a benefit. Tell me if you agree or disagree. A real benefit to bodybuilders doing a ketogenic diet, at least for a period of time, is to train their body to be able to switch into fat burning mode faster.
Exactly. So you can become fat adapted. You basically do keto for maybe 3 weeks, 4 weeks at the beginning of prep, and then you add in the carbohydrates later. So again, the carbohydrates come in as you lose body fat, because when you're your ketogenic diet, your fat is a little bit elevated, of course, your dietary fat, and then you burn a little bit of body fat from your fat reserves. Now, as your fat reserves go down, you have less body fat available. Now, when you start increasing the fats, it doesn't work as well as just adding a little bit of carbohydrates, which also boosts metabolism. So you got to find that balance. How many fats do I need to stay basically in a ketogenic diet? And what is the maximum amount of carbohydrates you can get away with to boost my metabolism, but still stay in that fat adapted state? And I don't really call it ketogenic, because ketogenic is a state in the brain. You're burning ketones. But your muscles are not burning ketones when they work out. They're burning glycogen, protein, and a little bit of triglycerides. Muscle doesn't burn ketones, only your brain does. So you don't necessarily have to be ketogenic, you just need to be, your muscles need to be fat adapted. And if you can get away with a little bit of carbs, maybe 50, maybe 75, maybe 100, so be it, perfect. Stimulate your thyroid conversion, get a little bit of muscle glycogen, look a little bit fuller, and you just got to see when you need to add those. So for me, on Sunday I have a lot of carbs, and then I can go 3 days, maximum 4 days without any carbs, just protein, veggies, and healthy fats. Thursday, I need those. I need those carbs, man. Yesterday, I did stiff leg deadlifts and a ton of other hamstring exercises. I was so drained, I just had a cup of rice. Okay, a cup of rice, 160 carbs. I think I could have had 50 grams of carbs on Wednesday, restore a little bit of muscle glycogen, and then maybe have 100 on Thursday.
You said a cup of rice, 160 grams. That's total. How many carbs are in that rice?
I think it's about 125.
That's a lot. I think a cup of rice is a lot less carbs than that.
I know, my cups is pretty big.
Oh, so. A big cup of rice. Okay, so that explains it. A Steve size.
It's a Steve size. Yeah. Everything has to be bigger, man. Size matters.